How are you all doing? Let me see your smiling faces, and I would like all of you to come on camera. Today, the 20th meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Before we start the meeting, let me set some ground rules which everybody I would like to keep in mind. Firstly, the meeting will be blocked for 2 hours, and I hope that all of you will stay for the entire duration and enjoy the whole process of the Toastmasters meeting. The second thing is, I would like all of your video to be on so that I can see your beautiful faces. But at the same time, kindly keep the audio off so that there are no disturbances throughout the meeting. I would request you to come on audio only when you are called to speak or you need to speak. Then some other ground rules which we always reiterate in the Toastmasters meeting is regarding topics of sex, religion and politics. Toastmasters International does not put any restriction. However, at the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, I would like you to refrain from speaking on such topics or abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Also, urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit. Hence, ensure that there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertone which create any hostility or discomfort for the members. Without any further delay, let me call upon the presiding officer of the meeting, a person who needs no introduction, the VPPR of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, a Toastmaster who has lot of achievements to his credit, a distinguished Toastmaster, a person who has achieved 2 DTM awards, 3 Triple Crowns, and completed 8 paths. Let me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta to take on the stage to carry forward with the meeting as the presiding officer. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much, our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Pranav Pothan. I hope I'm audible. My voice microphone. Yeah. Great. So welcome once again to the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club weekly meeting. And today's theme is something that I think that all of us, each of us at the Gabbys can totally relate with, walk in the air. When we started this journey, and I remember all this fresh because very recently I was there at a talk show hosted by our very own Joane as a part of her podcast series, Joane Rao. And there, I just recollected all of these things. So very fresh in my memory. When we started it off, we were totally clueless. We were taking tentative steps here and there. Most of those steps were falling where they were not supposed to be landing. And that's how the journey continued, very doubtful, full of self-doubt, full of uncertainty, full of ambiguity. So fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, as we say, was totally there all over the place at the Gabbys. And from there, where we have come in the last 3 years, I take a lot of pride. And this club, particularly the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, is an evidence of how we can grow as a club and where we can go as a club. I just read a quote by, I think it was TTM George Marshall. He mentioned somewhere a comment, and I totally resonated with it all. It was Alicia Curtis, one of the distinguished Toastmasters, very senior distinguished Toastmaster. In one of the comments I read that there is no better recognition of a club's strength than the club multiplying. And I think that's why I say that the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club is the best testimony of the strength that the Gabbys had built over the last 3 years, that we could create 2 clubs. When creating new clubs is a district mission, and the club, one of the clubs in the district, is actually carrying that mission ahead and fulfilling the district target of adding new clubs to the Toastmasters fraternity, that speaks volume about the club. And thank you so much, everyone who has been a part of this journey and helped us walk in the air. Now, as we proceed forward, there is a change of guard on the cards. And as you know, that the term of the current executive committee of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club comes to an end on December 31st, 2023. So post that, January 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2024, we will have a new executive committee coming in place. And at the Gabbys, we take leadership very seriously. We believe that a club is as strong as the leaders are. And hence, We conduct elections following to the T, everything that's mentioned in the Toastmaster Club Constitution, the Toastmaster Club Leadership Handbook, and Toastmaster Governing Documents Policy 2.0, Policy 3.0, and in accordance with the parliamentary procedures as outlined in the Roberts Rules of Order. So using all of those, we have appointed a club election chair. The club election chair for this election that's coming up is Toastmaster Sudha Raju. And the election for both the clubs will be conducted at a special meeting that will be convened, that has been convened on 28th of November at 8:30 p.m. So the 28th of November Tuesday meeting will be a 1-hour meeting, the regular meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. It will be a regular meeting from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. we will have the club elections. The election notification has already come out from the club presidents of both the clubs. It will be shared with you over email as well. I will encourage you to nominate yourself for the various roles that's available. I would also encourage you to attend the meeting, cast your votes in case there is more than one nomination for any position. Please do cast your vote in those circumstances because every vote matters, because we get the leaders we deserve. And the Gabbys, being one of the finest clubs of the Toastmasters International, deserves nothing less than the finest leadership. And the onus is on you, my members, to ensure that we get the finest leaders. And with this, I will now hand over the stage to the person who will drive the meeting forward, someone who we are very proud to introduce as the Toastmaster of the day today. She has given a very formal introduction of she being a techie at Nokia, but I would skip all of that. I will introduce her in my own style. I met the Toastmaster of the day first at Bangalore Toastmasters Club when I was the area director, and Bangalore Toastmasters Club was a club in my area. Bangalore Toastmasters Club, if you have not heard the name of Bangalore Toastmasters Club, you must be very new to Toastmasters because it is one of the iconic Toastmasters Club that we have in the country. The second oldest and the largest, one of the largest clubs that we have in District 92. So when I met Priyanka there, I was, kind of really, I was expecting the VP membership of such a club to have a lot of airs about herself, act very pricey, but she turned out to be quite the opposite. She was a very down-to-earth person, very grounded person, and she was very forthcoming. That's the least that I expected from a club that has got so many accolades. So when I had the first opportunity of having her in my team as an area director, I didn't let it go. I picked it up at the ward go, and I had her as an area director in my area, in my division, and she was the area director of area B1, and that's how she became the area director of the Gabbys as well, and that's where the love with the Gabbys started between Priyanka, and that love matured over time. She walked in the air and walked into our club when we chartered the new club, the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Not only that, she decided to bring in more people with her, and that's why she took up the VP membership role. And the fact that we have bagged the Smedley Global Membership Award speaks volumes about how well she has done her job. So with this, there is no suspense left. All of you know who's the Toastmaster of the day. She's already renamed herself. We've all gone through the agenda. So let me introduce the Toastmaster of the day, our very own area director, Area B4 District 92, Toastmaster Priyanka Rannoray. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you. Thank you so much, presiding officer. I must say, I'm very, very elated today to get such a wonderful introduction from my mentor. It just makes my day. Thank you so much. So the Toastmasters and your guests, a warm welcome and a very good evening. Today's theme is Walk on Air, which means to be very happy, elated, and excited. So dear friends, I would like to ask you all, are you all excited for today's meeting? I think you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Wow, that sounds nice. Thank you. Great. Okay, the next question that I would like to ask all of you, do you remember a moment or anything that really excited you or you were very, very happy? Can anyone share a moment? Anything that just comes across your mind right away? Anyone? Difficult, right? To suddenly think of some exciting moment of your life. Trust me, I also had that. When I thought of this theme, I thought it was one of the most simplest themes. And I started to trace back to those splendid moments of my life, which I would love to share to you all. But as I was trying to trace back to those moments, I realized it was so difficult. I just could not wrap my head around to figure out that important moment or that special moment that happened very recently. And in fact, it was then that just got me thinking, what is wrong with me? And when did I become this person? Let me be very honest, friends. In general, I'm a very, very excited person. I always jump into anything. But just when I was literally trying to think about this theme to share something with you all, I just found it so challenging. What happened to me? When did I become like this? In fact, I really am very thankful that this theme got me realizing about where I am actually stepping into. As I was thinking about this, I just want to tell you all that we all are surrounded with a lot of clutter around us. It could be work, family, whatever. And also that gets into our head that we forget to cherish those special moments that have just happened, maybe just few minutes, because we are just trying to just think about what's happening next. I need to do this. And that at least got me realizing that is the biggest mistake that I have been doing. Let me share a small instance to you all. Very recently, my cousin sister, after a very, very long time, after several months, came down to Bangalore from Delhi to celebrate her birthday. And in our family, let it be anyone's birthday, it is a big gathering. And we were all looking forward for this gathering because after a very long time, we're all meeting. Instead of enjoying that important or the special moment after a long time that we all cousins got together, uncle, aunts, chit-chatting, a lot of things to share about, guess what was I doing? I was attending a meeting and everyone was just looking at me with astonishment that what is wrong with this girl? When did this girl become like this? Because I was considered the person who would just barge into and do something, exciting for any gathering that happens at home. And they just saw a different version of me and they were very, very shocked. And those eyes just made me also realize, what am I doing? In fact, I would like to leave you all with that thought. If you all are also unknowingly getting into this kind of a scenario, please give it a thought and try to get yourself back to the actual person that you are. A person who just loves to enjoy, a person who just wants to just live your life the way you want to live. In the same lines, there was a gentleman in the year 1924 who realized that a lot of people, especially the youngsters, get very disoriented or distracted with a lot of other things. That's when he realized it is so important for all of them to be very, very attentive, to be an active listener, to be an active thinker, and also to be a great communicator. In fact, in today's day, we are all realizing because of a lot of awareness, but he realized it almost 100 years back. You can see 99. And that is when he founded the first Toastmasters Club. And today, we are all bearing the fruit of whatever he founded. And today, it is spread across around 148 countries. And we have around 14,200 plus clubs with almost 3 lakh members. He also realized that for us to get into a realization and to understand what we all need to focus in life, he also designed the meeting accordingly. And a typical Toastmasters meeting, for the benefits of the guest, is divided into 3 sections, where the first section is the prepared speech section, where our members, well in advance, based on the path they have chosen, they prepare on the project and they come and present themselves. The second section is the table topic section. That is an impromptu, where you need to think on your feet. I think all of us find this the most challenging because of the distractions. We forget what we read, we forget our experience, and when time comes to share, we forget. That is that full section all about, where you will be given a topic and you need to, in a couple of seconds, just comprise whatever you think of it and share. And moving on to the last section, the most important section, a section that will help us to realize the areas that we need to pay attention. I'm sure we all look forward to improve ourselves. And that is the evaluation section, where we'll get a feedback of how we have performed. And to head that section, today we have a general evaluator who is a content writer, a passionate reader, and who considers herself introvert, but at the same time enjoys and loves conversing with people. Ladies and gentlemen, the general evaluator for today's meeting is none other than, and somebody I really admire, is Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause.
Thank you so much, TMOD Priyanka, for that very powerful introduction of a general evaluator. Good evening, everyone. The lovely audience. We have 23 people today. I'm the general evaluator for the meeting tonight. And as a general evaluator, it's a very heavy responsibility for me to evaluate the whole meeting from start to end, every single role player, speaker, evaluator. How did the meeting go? What went well? What could we learn from? And what areas could we improve on? That's my job. Now, this is a very demanding job, but thank God I'm not alone here. I have a very powerful and strong team designed by Toastmasters, which helps me in this work that I do. And that team is, Gabbys especially, is called the Taggle team. That is a timer, R counter, grammarian, and listener. And tonight we have 4 interesting Toastmasters who have taken up this role. So Zoom Master, can I request you to spotlight the timer for the day? That is Toastmaster Upasana. Toastmaster Upasana, she says she's a chirpy, happy-go-lucky bookworm who loves to eat, cook, travel, listen to music, and read about Indian mythology. She has been fortunate enough to visit 13 different countries, and she loves exploring new cultures. Work-wise, she's a senior technical writer for an MNC, and today in our meeting, she has taken up the role of the timer. Over to you, Toastmaster Upasana. Please let us know what is the role of the timer.
Yeah, thank you so much. So the role of the timer is to time all this prepared speech, TTM, that is table topic, and the evaluation. And today we have icebreaker speech, which will be of 4 to 6 minutes. At fourth minute, I will raise green card. At 5th minute, I'll raise yellow card. And at 6th minute, I'll raise red card. And for the prepared speech, it's of 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5th minute, I'll raise green, 6th yellow, and 7 red card. For all the table topics, it's of 2 to 3 minutes. Same goes, 2 minutes green, 2.5 yellow, and 3 red card. And all the speakers are to be noted that there is a grace period of 30 seconds in the first and the last, except the table topic. For evaluation, the evaluators have 2 to 3 minutes. Again, 2 for green, 2.5 for yellow, and 3 minutes. Once the 3 minutes is crossed, green card has been shown. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Upasana. I see you're nervous today. I don't know why, but thank you so much for that timer's intro. Just a small, discrepancy here. It happens. Just want to bring to your notice that table topics is for 1 to 2 minutes, not 2 to 3 minutes. At 1 minute, our lovely timer Upasana will show the green card, 1 minute, 30 seconds, yellow card, 2 minute red card, and you do have a 30-second grace period after the 2 minutes in table topics also. Thank you, Upasana. Next, we have the R counter for today's meeting. And today the R counter is going to be Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi. Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, in her own words, she says she's a fun-loving person and she's a very enthusiastic learner. She has worked as a patent engineer, a lecturer at various law firms, and now she's on a break to explore other aspects of life. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, for taking the R counter role today. Over to you. Please tell us, what is this role all about?
Thank you, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Today, as an R counter, I will note the words and sounds that are used as crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and, you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including like this. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times each speaker used these expressions. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi. Next, we have the Grammarian for the day, which is taken up by Toastmaster Awarjana. Toastmaster Awarjana is a Vice President Education of Kekirawa Toastmasters Club. She has been a Toastmaster since 2019. She is the area runner-up in Evaluation Contest 22. By profession, she is a finance executive as well as entrepreneur. And she says she's interested in inspirational books and movies. Over to you, Toastmaster Awarjana from Sri Lanka, of course. Please let us know what is the role of the grammarian.
Jan, for the nice introduction, and hi everyone, good evening.
Volume, Toastmaster Awarjana.
Oh,
Volume.
okay. Sorry. So, hope I'm audible enough now.
Yes.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. So, as the grammarian today, it's my duty and responsibility to listen to you all very carefully and take note of any misuse of the language, or else to take note of any outstanding words, or else any beautiful thoughts or quotes that you all share during the meeting. And I will come up with my report at the end of the meeting. The thing is, English is not our first language, so it's natural we do mistakes while we are talking. So let's try to minimize our mistakes. And also, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day. So today, the word of the day is nonchalant. It's an adjective. Let me tell you the spelling. Nonchalant. Nonchalant. This means to be cool, calm, and unconcerned in an informal way. So if I told you some examples, it's like Dennis tried to look nonchalant and uninterested. Another example, people were not as nonchalant as they appeared. So hope you all got an idea about the word nonchalant, and hope you will use this word throughout the meeting and in your day-to-day life as well. So I will count who use this word during today's meeting, and we'll come up with my report with General Evaluator at the end of the meeting. So over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Awarjana. I request you to please put the word of the day and the meaning in the chat box so that everybody knows what the word of the day is. The last, but not definitely least, is the listener for today's meeting. And today, Toastmaster Karthik has taken up the role of listener. Karthik is a full stack developer in Travelopia and a Trek trainer. He's a history and movie buff. He loves storytelling and listening to music. And he says he always tries to be the best version of himself. So true. So nonchalantly he says this, but this is actually a true fact. We know that. Over to you, Toastmaster Karthik. Please let us know what is the role of the listener.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that warm introduction. So as a listener, I will be keenly listening to all speakers, and I'll note down some of the questions, which I'll ask later when called upon by General Evaluator at the end of the meeting. So I would say a great listener can also be a great speaker. So please pay attention to all the speakers, listen to them, and I'll be back with my questions when called upon by G. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik. That was my support team, though I don't like calling them the support team. They're the core team, the Tagger team. Now back to the team, back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Priyanka Rannoray.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Hello, Toastmasters and your guests. Let's give a General Evaluator and the tag team a huge round of applause. Today's theme is about being very happy and elated. I think we can take the responsibility of even making others feel very, very elated by just giving them a huge round of applause. Are you all with me with this? A thumbs up at least. Yes, thank you. Okay, without further delay, let's move on to the first section, which is the prepared speech section. And today, the first speaker who would be taking over the stage is a teacher by passion. She believes that life is something that must be lived to the fullest. I would not share much details right now because today she is here to share about herself. She is attempting her level 1 project 1 from the pathway Motivational Strategies. The purpose of this speech or the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Let me repeat, the purpose of the speech that the first speaker is attempting is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And the first speaker will be evaluated by Smruti Mohanty. Is Smruti Mohanty present? Can you please raise your hands?
Yes, I'm here.
There. You're there. She's there?
Can you see me? I have raised my hand.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Smruti. And now it gets very interesting. I'll tell you why. Now, Smruti Mohanty is attempting her last project from level 1. That is level 1 project 4 from pathway Persuasive Influence. And the project is to evaluate a speech. And the purpose of this project is for the member to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to deliver a constructive feedback on another member's presentation. And this evaluator will be evaluated by another evaluator, that is Toastmaster Sudharma. Are you here? Yes, I can see you. Thank you so much. And the evaluator is attempting from pathway Persuasive Influence, which I missed mentioning earlier. Let me say this. Now coming back to the first speaker. So the first speaker, she is Toastmaster Mita M. Shah with speech title Guiding Lamp. Guiding Lamp, Toastmaster Mita M. Shah. Over to you.
I request Zoom Master not to record my
this programming certified is. And just not that. She has been a finalist of an international beauty pageant called Mrs. India Worldwide in the year 2019. She loves music and dancing. The speaker is attempting level 2 project 1 from the pathway Persuasive Influence. The purpose of the project of the speaker is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of his or her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. The speaker will be evaluated by none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. The second speaker is none other than Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari with speech titled Ready to Serve, Ready to Learn. Ready to serve, ready to learn, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari. Over to you.
Please allow me to share my screen.
You have the sharing rights.
Thank you. Narendra Modi, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Steve Jobs, Dr. Abdul Kalam, Barack Obama. It's me. So the 5 slides that I have shown you, they are the internationally renowned and widely known as the greatest leader in the history of mankind. And the 6th slide that you have seen, it's me. I hate maths, but I love counting money. I asked my husband to just click my picture so that I can manifest daily for the money. But, jokes apart, I'm still slowly into the leadership quality. I'm striving. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. Let me ask you some question. Let me ask with my mentor, Karthik. What do you think? Are you a leader?
I can say a budding leader.
Okay. I want to ask my today's evaluator, DTM Sourav Dutta. Are you a leader?
Yes.
Thank you. Today's TMOD, Priyanka, what do you say? Are you a leader?
On the path to become a better version, at least. A better leader.
Okay. I can see, yes, TM Smruti, what do you think? Are you a leader?
It's in making. It's in work in progress.
Okay. So I just want to ask you, all of you, please close your eyes for a minute and just go back into the past and just think about the situation where you help any person, or you just thought to help of them, you just direct them to be to be as a neighbor, to be as a leader, to be as a brother, whatever. Just think for a moment. You can open your eyes. So how many of that you find that you have helped someone? Please raise your hand. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So what you have done, you just, why you have helped? Because you are a leader. And why? Because somehow, somewhere, and someday, and whatever in a situation, you helped someone. You thought, you went into their situation and thought they need you. I search for this. What is a leader? So leader simply is their action inspires other to do more, to become more, to work more, to dream more. He's the leader. And I ask the same question to me. I close my eyes, I put my hands on my heart, and I ask myself, am I a leader? And I got the answer, yes, I am a leader. I help a lot of people. Again, I continued my study on the same. And I found there are many types of leadership style. This is delegative leadership, visionary leadership, servant leadership, then transformational leadership, transactional leadership, coaching leadership. And I found that I have a servant leadership. So what is servant leadership? A servant leader is a leader whose goal is just serve to people. And this is quite different from the traditional leadership style, where the focus of the leader is to just thriving of the company. But servant leader focus on the people, focus on its employee, focus on its team only. Their focus is to share the energy among the team. Their focus is to put their employee first, their need first, and to brush up, to grow them productively and flourish them. Let me give you some real-time example of my own. During my graduation days, there was a match between BSc Agriculture and Biotechnology. I was chosen as a captain of Biotech. Since I was the only one in my team who knew volleyball, who had already played volleyball earlier. And in my team, the teammates is my juniors. They didn't know how to play volleyball. And also they didn't know what is the game is all about. And that time, it felt like I am a Bhuvan of movie Lagan. And then I started choosing their strength. I took the tallest girl close to the net as a position attacker. And I chose the rest of my teammates in the outer of the court. Their objective is to just cross the ball over the net to our opposite teammates anyhow. And I hardly got an hour to rehearse and to make them understand about the game. Once the match started, once the match started, I started giving them command, and they were properly following my commands. Each move, each action, I was giving them command, and they followed it properly. And we won the match. Yes, we won the match. And I got the best winner trophy being as a volleyball captain. So what I learned from this situation, 3 things. First, I can lead a team. Second, I can choose the strength of my team. And third, I can deliver result in any situation. That's why I believe ready to serve, ready to learn. Thank you. This is all about from my side.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari, for taking us into the path of leadership and helping us understand the different types of leadership. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, let us give our speaker, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari, a huge round of applause. Now moving on to our last speaker of today's meeting. So our third speaker is an analyst in a fintech company in Bangalore. He enjoys reading and playing badminton. He is attempting his level 3 project 1 from Pathway Persuasive Influence. And the purpose of this project is for the member to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. And his speech will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Ranjani Rao. Is Ranjani Rao? Yes, I can see. So our third speaker is none other than Pranav Pothan with speech title, Get Out of Your Comfort Zone. Get out of your comfort zone. Pranav Pothan, over to you.
Once a scholar visited a king's court and gifted him with 2 pigeons on his birthday. The king was very happy. But the fact was that both the pigeons did not know how to fly. That left the king disappointed. Now, the king had a lot of bird trainers in his court, and he called one of them to train both the pigeons to fly. And he gave a time of 2 months to the bird trainer to train the pigeon. After 2 months, the bird trainer came and said to the king, "Sir, I tried to make both the pigeons learn how to fly, but only one could fly." The king was very disappointed. And then he was sitting at the corner of his court. Just then, the minister came and said to the king, "Sir, could you give me that pigeon who could not fly? I will train and give him to you within 2 months." The king did not believe what the minister was telling, but somewhere in the heart, he knew that the minister could do it. And then he gave that pigeon to the king, pigeon to the minister. Believe me, within 2 months, when the minister came, the pigeon could fly. And the king was utterly surprised. And he asked the minister, "What have you done to make the pigeon fly?" And do you know what the minister replied? "Sir, this pigeon which you gave me was very nonchalant. It never used to try to fly. I tried many ways to make it fly. But then one day I did something different. When the pigeon was perching on the branch and sleeping, I took a sword and cut it without the pigeon knowing it. I repeated this every time I saw the pigeon. And believe me, within 5 or 6 days, within a span of 1 month, the pigeon learned to fly." Toastmasters, let me tell you, why did I tell this story? Do you know that most of us are like the pigeon, sitting in the comfort zone of our life? And I wouldn't blame you why it happened, because it is a natural human tendency to be in that comfort zone of our school or our house and not going and interacting with others or not involving in other activities or taking risks. But let me tell you, never take solace in that fact, because we are living in that era of technology, a technology era where just by a click of mobile phone, you can order the food or you can actually order for a cab. And because of that, this comfort zone or the issue of comfort zone is going to exacerbate those issues in our life. But do you think that is the end of the world? My dear Toastmasters, no. Let me tell you how I got into my comfort zone and how I managed to get out of it. And hopefully that will also inspire you to get out of that comfort zone. Couple of years ago, during the COVID time, I was sitting in my house, and within around 2 or 3 months, I became very lazy. I never used to go for any activities. And do you know what happened because of that? I became very fat. I got over 90 kilos in just 2 or 3 months. And it was a shocking news for me. And my mother, she forced me to go for some activity. I was lazy, so I thought, why not go for jogging? And you know what happened? The moment I went for jogging, I couldn't actually jog for 5 minutes. And it happened just because I was in the comfort zone all the time. And I never did anything to get out of it. But then there was no motivation for me to get out of that comfort zone. But then one day when I go through some of my Facebook posts, I just got to know about a group which was actually involved in running activity. And I thought, why not go and join them? I knew that I was in my comfort zone, but then I knew somewhere somebody will help me to get out of my comfort zone. And luckily, I was happy. I was actually lucky to find a mentor. When I went there, I actually found a person called Anand. Anand was a very good runner. And whenever I used to go to him, he used to actually help me, sit with me and help me to understand how I should actually practice the techniques of running so that I wouldn't get fed up of this. And because of Anand, within around 2 or 3 months, using the techniques he said, I could actually run for around 5 kilometers at a stretch. Maybe I must have taken 1 hour, but that was a great achievement for me. The reason I got out of my comfort zone was the mentor I found. But was that enough? No. In addition to the mentor I found, there were a lot of people to motivate me in that group. There were a lot of people who could run better than me, who could run maybe 20, 30 kilometers at a stretch, which I couldn't do in my life till then. But then, seeing the motivation they gave me whenever I used to run, I also managed to get out of that comfort zone. Toastmasters, let me tell you, why did I tell about this instance of me getting out of the comfort zone? The main thing which you can do, if anybody of you are in that comfort zone, is to find a group of people who are motivated to help you to learn, to achieve in life, to find a true mentor who can help you get out of that comfort zone. Because there are a lot of people around you who can help you. The only thing is you need to find the right person. Toastmasters, we have all come to this public speaking platform to just practice public speaking, maybe to become a better leader. But in that endeavor, let us all join the hands together. Let us all contribute to each meeting or each aspect of taking the roles in the meeting so that we can get out of that comfort zone in our life and soar high and fly high and achieve great success in life. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pranav. Let me tell you all, friends, Toastmaster Pranav Pothan joined Toastmasters mainly to share his ideas and thoughts. And today, with his speech, he has awakened us and helped us ponder the thought that it's how important for us to get out of our comfort zone and explore ourselves. On this note, let's give our speaker a huge round of applause. Now, because we had an icebreaker speech, we will not have any poll for the prepared speeches. Now, if you will remember, before we moved on to the prepared speeches, I left you all with a thought to think about the most exciting moment or time of your life. Did you all get a chance to think of it, or were you able to recollect? If not, I'll give you all 5 minutes. We will all take a 5 minutes break now and get back in 5 minutes to start the second section. By then, please think of those moments of your life. So now it's time for a 5 minutes break. Timer, let me know when to start.
You can start.
Okay. So dear friends, now we come to the most interesting section. That is the table topic section. So I would tell you all, get up and remember those important moments of your life. And to take the session forward, we have someone who hails from Sri Lanka, who is an electrical engineer by profession at Morogoro Hydropower Project. He enjoys playing badminton and he loves gardening. And if I ask him what is he passionate about? He is passionate about engaging into welfare and charity activities. Wow. The speaker is attempting now this becomes a little more interesting because even though it's a table topic session, again, it is another project. So the table topic master of today is attempting his level 3 project 3, an elective project that is active listening on the pathways of presentation mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others say. Let me repeat. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others say. And the table topic master is being evaluated by Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal. Is Jyothi Mandal present?
Yes, I'm there.
Thank you. So now let me call upon the table topic master for today's session is none other than Toastmaster Gihan Wickramasinghe. Toastmaster Gihan, the stage is all yours. Let's give him a huge round of applause.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, for that wonderful introduction. Table topic speech is a type of impromptu speech which involves delivering a short, spontaneous speech on a given topic. This helps you to develop your ability to think on your feet, organize your thoughts quickly, and communicate effectively without prior planning. When I will give a topic, you can take it as a mini speech as well, with an opening, body, and conclusion. You need to speak about 1 to 2 minutes. Our timer will help you guiding with timing cards, the color cards. All fellow Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters, and guests, all are welcome to grab this opportunity. You can raise hand if there be any volunteer. Otherwise, I will pick by names. Today we have a few guests and visiting Toastmasters. Toastmaster Jitendra, would you like to pick a topic? Toastmaster
Yeah, sure.
Jitendra.
Yeah, sure. Give me a moment.
Yeah. Would you able to come on camera, or if not possible, that is okay.
Just a second. I'm setting up my mobile. Yeah.
Oh, now we can see. Yeah. Your topic is, if you could walk on air, where would you go and why? Toastmaster Jitendra.
Could you repeat? If you would like to work?
If you could walk on air, where would you go and why? Did you get it? I will put on the chat.
Yeah, maybe. 1 second.
If you can walk on air, where you go and why?
Can you put on chat?
Okay, wait.
I think that.
Yeah.
Air, AIR, air. If you could work on air.
Okay. If I could walk on air, where would I go, right?
Yeah.
I
Toastmaster
think everyone
Jitendra.
has a dream. Everyone has a dream. And whenever we sleep, it's always come in our mind, what should we do next? And of course, working in aviation, it's always comes in my mind whether I can walk in air or not. And it always fascinates me how such a big plane fly in air. And after joining the organization which works in aviation, I realized that it's not a small job, which requires a lot of hard work and many years of practice, dedication, and the safety quality which comes into picture. So you cannot ignore. It's quite easy to see the dreams, but then it requires a lot of hard work and dedication to achieve that. So if you want to walk on air, you can do that, but make sure that you have the consistency in your efforts to follow your dreams. You don't lose the momentum. You don't lose the focus to achieve that. So I'm sure you can walk on air. Just have a dream and put your dedication and hard work to achieve that. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Jitendra, for sharing such information. Fortunately, I have given the topic to the correct person, I think. He is working in aviation profession. Yeah, you are correct. We can, by doing that things, we can enhance our journey. Most of us like, most of us like to travel over the world, being unchallenged, explore places that are usually not accessible by conventional means. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Jitendra. Toastmaster Preeti raised hand. Your topic is one thing that you can be extremely happy in rest of your life. One thing that you can be extremely happy in rest of your life.
What's the definition of happiness? People keep setting goals one after another. Maybe having a home, or maybe a brand new car, or maybe a dream career. But then I realize it's like we are moving the post one after another in the search of, in the pursuit of that happiness. And that goal we never reach. We just get tired and drenched. And the day I got this realization, I realized that happiness is nowhere. We don't have to seek or look for happiness. Happiness is just here, right now, within us. As we say very commonly to to all our friends, hey, enjoy yourself. For me, enjoy just means inner joy. If I do have joy inside me, I can be happy anywhere and everywhere. So, my dear friends, just seek for that enjoyment. What makes you happy? Not the biggest of the goals, but maybe the smallest things in life. A small chit chat with a friend, a rainbow in the sky, a hot filter coffee, or maybe just a phone call. At the same time, some beautiful hearts on a virtual meeting also makes me feel happy. So I keep looking for the smallest of things which can bring a beautiful smile on my face. And at the same time, I'm always very aware, what can I do differently so that I can bring that smile to others? So my dear friends, I truly believe in enjoying myself, and I keep that joy alive every single moment. So I am happy anywhere and everywhere, every single moment of my life. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Preeti. Most of us are running, finding our happiness. Thank you very much for sharing that and letting us know and reminding us the happiness is right here. We don't need to run away finding it. Thank you very much for sharing that thoughts. Then distinguished Toastmaster Sourav raising hand.
Yes.
Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, how can excitement be a powerful motivator in setting personal goals? How can excitement be a powerful motivator in setting personal goals? DTM Sourav.
Excitement can be a powerful motivator in setting personal goals, and the live example of that lies right in front of you. 99.99% of you who know me would agree with me that I am excitement personified. Whatever I do, even if it's like cooking a dal, I get excited about it. And God probably keeps on conspiring to give me a new set of excitement every time and again. I'm 46 years old and I will not be able to do justice to all the excitement that I've had in my life all these last 46 years. So I'll probably limit to the last 3 years, or probably some of the instances of the last 3 years connected to Toastmasters. My entire journey in Toastmasters started because of an excitement. The excitement of seeing an email from DTM Deepak Menon, where I got to know that there is something called Toastmasters and people can go there and start speaking. And in that excitement, I became a Toastmaster. Not that I only become a Toastmaster, I brought 22 more people along with me and made them also Toastmasters. These 23 people had no clue of what they were getting into, but in all the excitement that I had, they joined me in this journey. And each of us were clear on one thing. We will not continue in Toastmasters beyond 6 months because there's nothing for us in Toastmasters because we're already pretty sorted as speakers. But then in this excitement, we also discovered a few things that we can do better. I discovered that I can do humor better. Aparna discovered that she can do role plays better. And each of us found our own personal goal amidst all the excitement of creating a Toastmaster club. Today, when I reflect back what happened 3 years back on September 2020, what all started as an excitement has today created personal goals for each of us, helped us achieve professional goals, and the best part, we brought more and more people inside this excitement net. And that's why you see so many smiling faces on the camera today. You see Smruti, you see Priyanka, you see Gihan, you see Preeti. All of these people are a part of this journey because of the excitement that all started in September 2020. So excitement does create personal goals, but eventually it can actually become a public goal. Thank you. Back to you, Gihan.
Thank you, DTM Sourav, for reminding us how we came through this fraternity. You shared that experience, how you joined Toastmaster and how you grabbed other members to that clubs. Thank you very much. Then I can see here.
We have a guest, Sania. Can we give her a topic?
Yes, yes. Would you like to try, guest Sanya?
Sure.
Your topic is what activities make you extremely happy? Yes, Sanya. What activities make you extremely happy? What activities make you extremely happy? Guest Sanya. Over to you.
First and foremost, thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful topic. I truly and totally agree with Toastmaster Preeti as she said that what happiness is all about. And when I resonate the topic happiness with what I think, so I totally agree with what she said. Happiness is the inner joy. That is, enjoy is actually equates to inner joy. And when it comes to activities, I believe my activities or what I dwell into, what I enjoy a lot about, one of them is public speaking. Hence, I'm here again. Like I've been a participant of Bhopal Toastmasters Club, and I really enjoy public speaking. That resonates with me. Public speaking is one of the activity. Another I would think about is dancing, because when I grew on juicy numbers or when I grew on disco songs, I really enjoy about that. So happiness is all about doing your hobbies, pursuing what you like, what you enjoy the most, because that eventually is your stress buster. in today's era, everyone is stressed about their work-life pressure, or say for its personal issues, or some of the other tribal issues they have that they're stressed about. So when your stress busters are there with you, then you can live life happily. So I would request and I would initiate this thing to everyone that indulge in some of the other hobbies that you can have with yourself. Because in the time when there is no personal time for you, you cannot invest so much time in your life. Take out half an hour or 1 hour for your hobbies and indulge in them and just enjoy the moment, because your hobbies will take you a long way. That will act as a stress buster to you, and your life will be a fulfilling life. So it's your life, make it large, enjoy hobbies, and live your life to the best moments. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Sanya, for sharing that information with us. Our hobbies are the best thing for being happy. What brings extreme happiness can vary from person to person. Guest Sanya said us his happiness is public speaking and dancing. Thank you very much again for sharing your thoughts. Next, Toastmaster Feroz Pasal raising hand. I will give you your topic.
Yes.
What are the signs you experience when you are so excited? What are the signs you experience when you are so excited? Toastmaster Feroz Pasal.
Good evening, everyone. Toastmaster, the topic you've given is what are the times you feel most excited? Is that what?
What are the signs?
What are the times?
What are the signs?
What are the sights?
Signs.
Signs.
How you
what
feel?
Are the signs?
Yes.
When you feel most excited?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I start on this topic. Basically, as my previous speaker spoke about happiness, yes, when you feel happy, you feel excited. And one of the best times when I feel excited, the sign is when I feel like practicing one of my hobbies. And apart from 2 or 3 of my hobbies, the best I enjoy is spending time doing landscape painting. I like art, and I like to paint sceneries or various things. So I try to find time at least once or twice a day for 2 or 3 hours where I can spend time on my own and enjoy painting something or the other out of my imagination. And that's where I find that the excitement is there, and I feel very excited practicing my hobby of painting. So that is how I recognize the sign as an artist. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Feroz, for sharing your hobby, painting. None of us, I didn't figure out anybody sharing such hobby within this meeting. Thank you very much for sharing that. Then Toastmaster of the day, can we move to another topic?
You can go for one last topic.
Okay. Then we have Toastmaster Deepesh. Would you like to pick a topic?
Yes, please.
Toastmaster Deepesh. So excitement of occasion which you may not sleep night before it.
Sorry, could you please repeat that?
So excitement occasion which you may not sleep night before it. Sleepless before that occasion.
No, I'd rather prefer to sleep peacefully. No amount of excitement can really bother my sleep. I want to sleep peacefully and take a very good nap. The thing is, whenever I get excited about something, I try to keep it under control. It's like it functions like a meter. Whenever your blood pressure is going high, you check on that and you try to regulate that. That's what I do with excitement. because it's just something which would drive me to do something which I would later regret. Sometimes I just feel like punching somebody on the face just because I'm excited. Do you think I should do that? Is it morally good? So it's not that I never get excited. I do get excited. But things like excitement or joy or sorrow, I believe should be kept under control. And I try to do that best because I never let that seep into my personality or in my mental peace. What I'm designated to do today, what is my duty, and I might sound very philosophical in this, but I have whatever duty or whatever task I have to do, I don't let excitement or some tinges of hormonal changes disturb me from doing that, stop me from doing that. That's the reason I never seek happiness, because I find happiness or excitement, these things are very temporary. And this is just very overrated thing. This is my personal opinion again. What I seek is peace and long term. Because happiness, excitement, sorrow, these are just temporary things, and you cannot base your decisions on that. As somebody was talking about what does excitement decides your personal goals? Well, in my case, it doesn't. And it can never be, because somebody told me once that be slave to your logical mind. Do not get driven away by emotions. It's not that I'm scared of my emotions. I do recognize, I do show them, but I did not let emotions decide my fate. Things like excitement, happiness, everything is just controlled. I try to keep it. So I have emotions. I'm not made for emotions. Emotions are there for me, but I'm not there for emotions. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
So thank you very much, Deepesh. I didn't expect such answer from you, but anyhow, that is very important for sharing, reminding us, because we need to figure out our feelings. Everything is very temporary feelings. So if we are not figuring out very much, then we are in trouble, in healthy also. Thank you very much for sharing that information with us. Then the table topic session will be concluded now. Then over to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much, all the speakers.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Table Topic Masters, for conducting such a very interesting session. And the kind of topics that you kind of put across also kind of enlightened me to understand how people see walk on air or excitement or enjoyment in different perspectives. Fellow Toastmasters and your guests, let's give our Table Topic Master a huge round of applause. Okay, if you all remember, before leaving you all for a break, I did mention to give yourself time to think about what excites you, or if you could recapitulate a moment that excites you. I would like to call someone who is hiding behind the camera right now and also acknowledge a very new member of our club, Raja Balaji. Raja Balaji, would you like to share any exciting moment of your life or something that would excite you? It could be something very silly too, because silly things only excite people.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. The thing excites me is Toastmasters journey. I'm a member of Thoughtware Toastmasters Club. In that club, I'm Vice President membership and a member of Tamil Chennai Solvendral Mandram, where I'm President and Vice President Education, and I'm here the Gabbys Toastmaster. Throughout the journey, I'm very excited to be part of whether in communication or leadership. I'm so excited to come in my club. There are many peoples. There are many senior peoples. If I look at them, I feel more excited and I want to do many things with them. So one and only the thing excites me is Toastmasters journey. Rather, in job also I won't see that much excitement, but in Toastmasters journey I am so excited. I will participate in all events. I will take up any roles if someone calls me. So I'm very eager to take up any roles. So that's my answer. Toastmaster of the day, Priyanka.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raja. You kind of resonated, I think, what most of us, all we Toastmasters, kind of see how our journey in Toastmasters. Because if I see myself today, if I'm very excited and I can speak to all of you like this, it's because of Toastmasters. If you had seen me 5 years back, I was a very, very shy, timid girl. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anybody else would like to share a very exciting moment? Okay, someone that I've not heard so far is also Toastmaster Iqbal. Toastmaster Iqbal, would you like to share something that excites you a lot or an exciting moment in your life?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster, for today. And this is Iqbal here. I'm from Novo Nordisk. It's a new club that is Talking Titans. Okay, so the excitement, what I get it in just like example, I go to Zumba. I do a lot of activities, fitness activities as well. Especially you do some wrong steps and you are really excited and you go start dancing on your own, right? So those are the simple, like small things, with silly things, which you enjoy, and you always think that okay, nobody watches, and you do on your own steps. So always try to enjoy small things, because a lot of happiness is hidden in the small things, not the bigger one. Bigger one are just a myth. Once you acquire it, you lose the happiness. But small things, always comes on your way. I have to pick it up, and you have to enjoy it. Like a small flower, you pick it up and smell it, right? The aroma will be stay for a long time. So that word over to Toastmaster Priyanka. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Iqbal. I think we can be great buddies because even I enjoy Zumba a lot. Or now, which was called Zumba, is called dance fitness into the workout place that I go. So hopefully we get a chance to all of us dance our feet together.
Thank
Now,
you.
moving on to the most exciting session, a session that will elevate us to be a better communicator or better leaders or better role takers. And like I mentioned earlier, this session will be headed by our general evaluator. And I also mentioned our general evaluator hails from Mumbai. So what can you expect from a Mumbaiker? What is the most non-challenging moment for them? Any guesses? Trust me, whenever I visit Mumbai, at least every year, that is something that even I do. You can call that the most exciting moment or the non-challenging moment. Any guesses? Okay, let me share it to you all. It is to admire the sunrise and sunset at the Marine Beach. And trust me, guys, if any one of you go to Mumbai, don't miss this opportunity to observe these two beautiful sights of sunrise and sunset at the Marine Beach. And this is something that our general evaluator cherishes a lot. And just not that. You know what is more interesting? She enjoys listening to different genres of music in different languages. Now, taking this forward, it is now time for our general evaluator to share with her different genres, with the genre that we all played today, how well did we play. Over to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Please give a huge round of applause for our general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. You brought in like the theme and my introduction together. That was like a genius move. Thank you so much for that. I'm back and I'm the general evaluator conducting the general evaluation session. Now, this session will go in 3 parts. First, the evaluators will evaluate all the prepared speakers and the projects. Then the tackle team will give their report. And afterwards, I will be giving my general evaluation. So let's start with the prepared speakers. Our speaker 1 was Mita, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Smruti. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight Smruti, Mita, as well as the time? Timer Upasana. Timer, please note the timing is 2 to 3 minutes. Smruti, before you start, I have a huge responsibility. That is to introduce you. And I hope I can do a job as good as the TMOD did introducing me. Smruti says she has devoted 7 years of her life in sales arena, and she has also worked with the iconic brand Naukri.com. She is into training and development and loves conducting proficiency and enhancement sessions for diverse audiences in India. Now, this is very important because she's right now not in India. She is in US. She is a Toastmaster And she says she wanted to be a Toastmaster because she wants to sharpen her saw of public speaking and leadership skill. She's a soft skill trainer and she's right now committed to personal growth and development. And one of the things that she's focusing right now is on higher education in US. Wow. Goals to aspire for. Over to you, Toastmaster Smruti, to evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Mita.
Guiding lamp. With the title itself, I resonated, okay, lamp, fine, Diwali is around. You reminded me of my home back in India. But what surprised me, you personified lamp with happiness, hope, and aspiration. After so many times or days, I have seen someone using so many props in a speech all put together. You bring life to each and every component in your speech by identifying and placing objects at the right time in the right places. I love the part where you have posted question to the audience. It helped the audience to pay more attention, and me being an audience was hooked to your question. Right after asking the question, you gave your answer, how you define the lamp or hope in your life. The right humor bought by using the terminology that your life revolves around joy, love, jalebi, and fafda. That was really great, and I had that laugh and smile on my face. The purpose of the speech was to introduce yourself and bring a basic structure. Both were met. You introduced, you gave a personal background to us, and at the same time, you had a structure in place. Congratulations for that. Now, since we have everything in order, let's talk about something which will help us to take our speech to the next level. Your story had a narration, but it was a narrative story in place. How about bringing pauses at the right time, a calculative one? When you explained with your beautiful hand gesture that your life turned upside down. How about taking a pause over there? Let the audience think and breathe on that particular thing, and then we may start. A calculative pause always helps a speaker. Second, you had so many objects in place and you were standing at one place. So I thought to give a small suggestion. How about when you were moving towards the childhood, college, and a new city, you can use the space and use the object at the same time by stating, I joined the college and I had my degree in place. Later, I did something else when I got my first trophy. How about using that entire space rather than standing at one place and showing the cards? The moment you use the lamp, the light maybe, but it was a bit down here. How about you just rising it a bit here? I can see that. Now, how beautifully can we play with the object and then having a lamp in between? To summarize, Toastmaster Mita, you have beautifully structured it, brought a lot of emotion to the speech. Just having a smile on your face with calculative pauses, right placement of camera, and a face adding to the emotions will take the speech to the next level. Congratulations for this attempt. Looking forward for many more speeches coming from you. Thank you so much. Back to you, G.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our evaluator, Smruti, as well as the speaker, Mita. So let me first tell you, Smruti, you have given a fantastic evaluation today. You not only told Mita what she could do to become better, but you also showed how to do it. And that is a mark of a great evaluator. Many evaluators come on stage and they say, what, like do this 1, 2, 3 steps. But in evaluation, how do you do it? That's very important. And you did that. You justified your evaluation. I loved it. You were positive. And I tell you, the highlight was the flashlight. Ingenious, I would say. When you brought in, I really loved the way you showed to Mita, raise your lamp. So I love that. Kudos to you. Mita, as a speaker, I'll tell you, your evaluator has done a fantastic job. She has given you all the positives and all the things that you can improve on. You used yourself as the metaphor, the Diya, when you were born in November. I love that point. That's a highlight of the whole story. And just one area of improvement or something to think about is the style. I loved your speech. But if you can challenge yourself to now adopt a conversational style, right? Try to talk as if you're talking to a friend, not an audience. Forget about the audience. I think this will give you more confidence. So the style of speaking also matters on the confidence. So next time I challenge you to just think, forget the audience and think that I am writing this speech where I'm going to give all these details to a friend. How would I talk to you? This will bring in more emotions. Because when we talk to someone we know, we bring in more emotions. So just think about the style, conversational style. But overall, I loved your speech. Thank you so much, both evaluator and the speaker one. Next, let us call upon the second speaker of the day, Shilpi Tiwari, who will be right now evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Zoom master, please spotlight the speaker and the evaluator. DTM Sourav Dutta is the VPPR for both the Gabbys Toastmasters as well as the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. He has achieved 2 distinguished Toastmaster awards, 3 triple crowns, and completed 8 parts. His list of accomplishments are like pages on, but this is what he has given, and I think that's fine because everybody knows how great he is. Over to you, DTM Sourav Dutta. Please evaluate speaker 2, Shilpi.
Shilpi, I must thank you at the very beginning for giving a very important message that everybody is a leader. You know, ABCL, as we say, anybody can lead. And you give that, you had given that very powerful message today. And thank you for that. You were also very clear about your leadership style, which is servant leadership. And that came out in the very, at the very peak of the speech. So it was not lost in the stories. It was not lost in the messages. Many a times I've seen people talk about the leadership journey and they forget to mention what's the leadership style. So great job at that. A few recommendations I have for you. The first is limit the number of questions that you ask to only a few people. You know, you went about asking me, asking Karthik, then someone else. So what happens is your speech gets hijacked by the audience. And often you will see that the audience enters into a conversation with you and then you lose the control over your speech. That's not a good strategy. You should always have the control of the speech. Now, coming to the content part. Somewhere in your speech, you mentioned that helping someone is leadership. And then in the next line, you mentioned that inspiring people is leadership. Now, let us understand that there is a bit of a difference between helping someone and inspiring someone. So inspiring someone to achieve the best results that they deserve, which they may not necessarily know they're up to, that is leadership. A leader may not, on the face of it, help everyone. For example, if you're at a signal, you're stopping your car and you're giving alms to a beggar, you're not being a leader, right? So you're being a kind person, you may be a benevolent person, but definitely that's not leadership. Leadership is about helping that beggar to rise and earn money so that that person does not have to serve at this, kind of beg at the signal anymore. So I think this difference has to be very, very clearly brought out in your speech, where somehow it got lost between helping someone is leadership and inspiring someone is leadership. So this is one thing that I would want you to keep in mind. The other thing is about the slides. I don't know what purpose those slides really serve, because these names, if you would have given me at the very beginning, if you would have said Narendra Modi, is he a leader? Steve Jobs, is he a leader? Mahatma Gandhi, is he a leader? Shilpi Tiwari, is she a leader? Right? That would have been equally, impactful. What slides do is they take our focus away from the speaker towards the prop. And when you've got only 5 to 7 minutes of time and 17-inch of screen space or 15-inch of screen space, then I would say don't share it with anyone, not even with Microsoft, right? So just keep it for yourself. You enjoy the limelight because you are the hero of your story. You are the hero of your speech, right? So you are bringing in the message. You are the message. You are the messenger. So that is where I would want you to avoid using slides unless it is absolutely necessary. So to sum it up, a great job in terms of driving a very important message that anybody can lead. Very clear about your leadership style. Good job with that. Limit asking questions to not more than 2 to 3 people. Be very clear about what is the definition of leadership and use slides only if you have to. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause for our evaluator, DTM Sourav, and our speaker, Shilpi Tiwari. First, to the evaluator, my 2 pieces. I loved your evaluation. You gave her the highlights of the speech, and you gave her some very strong recommendations, which I'm sure she can go back and work on. I just have one suggestion to you, DTM Sourav. As an evaluator, my personal opinion is that I would never go and give a content opinion, because an opinion is my opinion. Like, for example, you spoke about what is leadership. Inspiring is leadership, helping is not leadership. That's an opinion, or maybe that's your experience. Maybe that is not Shilpi's experience. As a speaker, let the speaker speak whatever they want to speak, right? If they cannot justify it, we may tell them, your example did not justify what you said. Your speech did not justify the fact that how is helping someone becoming a leader? Inspiring someone is becoming a leader, I got it, but how is helping, I didn't know. So you have to think, can you justify this with an example? If not, then you have to rethink of the content. Because as evaluators, we should not focus on the opinion content that comes in. That is the speaker's prerogative. This is my personal opinion, humbly so. We should help them, or I would rather help them to understand that where the justification did not come and how this content did not reach me. So that's just one thing maybe you can think about, very humbly so. But otherwise, I loved your evaluation. Very strong, solid recommendations. I'm sure your speaker will benefit from those. Now with Shilpi. Shilpi, you are a very confident speaker. I liked the theme. I think your evaluator has done a fantastic job in talking about everything. Just two things I want you to think about. One is the camera angle. Such a silly thing, right? But makes a huge difference. Your camera was somewhere below your eye level. If you could have kept it on your eye level, that makes it very easy for the audience to follow. That's one thing. And second is that scripting of the speech. Such an important message, right? Everybody can be a leader. Such a beautiful message that resonates with everyone needs to come out strongly and with a proper structure. If you could have done that, I'm sure audience would have loved it. I anyways loved it, but the message would have hit us harder. So scripting is something I think you should think about. I'm not sure whether you scripted it word to word, even if not word to word, but story to story, message to message. If you can think of scripting your speech and then bringing it out and talking about it, I think that would help, because you have brought such an important message. But overall, great attempt. Come back and give us such inspirational messages. Thank you to both Shilpi and DTM Sourav, our speaker and evaluator. Again, big round of applause. Now, the last speaker for the day is Toastmaster Pranav, and he will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Ranjani Rao. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight Ranjani Rao as well as Pranav? And while the Zoom Master is spotlighting, let me tell you something about distinguished Toastmaster Ranjani. She says she has been a part of Toastmaster for the last 8 years. She has played the role of Secretary, VP Education. She has been a charter president of clubs and the area director in 2015. Someone we can all aspire to in Toastmasters fraternity and community. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Ranjani, to evaluate Speaker 3, Pranav Pothan.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters, and in particular, Pranav. Get out of your comfort zone. The purpose of this project, Pranav, is for you to deliver a persuasive speech. And did you do that? I'm sure all in this room will definitely agree that you nailed it. Today, I'm going to use an acronym of your first name to evaluate your speech. P. Now, personal story. Stories are always interesting, no matter what our age is. They are always interesting and engaging. And personal stories add authenticity and credibility. That is what your story did today. Your personal story added that touch. R. Rehearsed very well. From the word go, you seamlessly delivered without faltering, without fumbling, with great calm and composed demeanor, with good command over the language. And you also use the word of the day that shows your presence of mind as well. A. Art of storytelling. Storytelling is an art which you have aced it. And as Benjamin Franklin rightly says, it appeals to the interest with minimal characters. And you had the personal story, simple words, easy to understand language, dialogues, and a beautiful message and a moral to add to that. So definitely both the stories of the parrot as well as your personal story really appealed to me. N. Your nonchalant, natural hand gestures complemented your words. You had throughout, you had that hand gestures which were complementing your words. So that gave me the feeling that you were, at ease with yourself, and I was able to follow your stories to the T. You almost hit the bull's eye, Pranav, but you just missed it by a whiskers. How do I do it next time? A, apt pauses and props. For example, you said shocking news, and I saw a smile on your face, and you just continued. I heard the shocking news. Pause. For me to feel that emotion. After all, emotion pathos is something which you can connect with the audience and, draw them to your side. Next, prop. You said that before your work regime, you were something, and after your regime, how you have transformed. If a simple photograph, I was like this before my workout regime, and today, look at this, that would have persuaded, not only me, but I'm sure everybody in the audience, and would have added weightage to your persuasive speech. We, the last one. Voice is the most basic communication tool, right? You had ample scope for dialogue. For example, the king. How come that you have failed to make the parrot fly despite being in this with me for the last 20 years? I'm sorry, my lord. Low voice. So that would have broken the monotony. Overall, Pranav, personal story, good art of storytelling technique, natural hand gestures. But if you could just work on the pauses and props and also the voice, I'm sure this could accentuate your speech. All the very best. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Please, first, let's give a big round of applause for that, I don't know, district level, contest level evaluation. I was sitting there, DTM Ranjani, and I was learning a lot about evaluation from you. I'm sure our speaker has also learned a lot about both his speech and evaluation, and everybody in the audience has benefited from this evaluation. Thank you so much. Yes, we have benefited from all the evaluations that has happened today, no doubt about that. But you took it to the next level, and thank you so much, DTM Ranjani, for that expert evaluation, I would say. Pranav, when you came in and the title was Get Out of Your Comfort Zone, I said, hasn't it all been said? Every single time, every speaker talks about the same thing, comfort zone, get out, growth. Even I have done it. So I thought, what will Pranav bring you? And then when you started with that story of those two birds, and then when you said, he took a sword and cut the branch, and he did it again and again, I was like, that's Pranav Pothan for you. He can bring in a very boring or an idea that has been exhausted, and then bring in a story that I have not heard. And I'm sure not everyone in the audience has heard, and make it very interesting. That's also a skill. So I appreciate you for doing that, taking a very common idea, but making it uncommon. That's a skill, and I appreciate you for doing that. I think your evaluator has done the fantastic job of A to Z, P to V of giving you the evaluation. I just have 2 points to make. One is the title. Don't give away everything in your title. If you can add some mystery to your title, I'll tell you that makes a lot of difference. Think about the title, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Instead of that, if they would have said 2 girlfriends or, 1 girlfriend, I don't know, I'm not able to make it, but you're getting my point, right? Mystery of the title matters a lot. It adds to the excitement and anticipation of the audience. So think next time when you're doing such a fantastic job of writing a speech, think of a title that would also add to the mystery. I would have gone with something like Carry Your Sword. Carry your sword. Because if you want to get an end of the day, I would have gone with that message. That is my second recommendation for you. What was the core message here? You need a great mentor to get out of your comfort zone. Was that your core message? You need motivation to get out of your comfort zone. What was that your core message? Or always have a sword to cut off your branches. Was that your core message? All 3 messages were beautiful, but what was your core message and what did you want us to take back home? This is something you can think about and craft your speech in such a way. I personally would have gone with, so next time, always remember, find a mentor who is ready to carry your sword for you to cut off your branches. That is linking your conclusion to the first story, which was amazing. Just a suggestion to take your speech, which was already very good, to the next level. Overall, Speaker 3 as well as Evaluator, you both guys did a fantastic job. Thank you so much. Big round of applause to both of you. Now, without taking too much time, let me go to the Taggle team report. I call up my timer, Upasana. No. I'm sorry. I made a big mistake. We have 2 more evaluations remaining. Sorry, apologies for that. We have a very special project which was done by Toastmasters Smruti, level 1, project 4, where her project was to evaluate, and her project will be evaluated by Toastmasters Sudharma. Toastmasters Sudharma, she's from Sri Lanka. That makes her special for all of Indians, right? She says she's from Venugopal, Sri Lanka, and is a fellow chartered accountant. She has an MBA degree from the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura. She says she's interested in learning new things, getting to know new people, and traveling to new places. And I'm sure that is true, because whatever I know about Sudharma, you have justified your introduction. Over to you, Sudharma, to evaluate our evaluator on her evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Smruti, you did the evaluation on Toastmaster Mita today. Let me give you some thoughts about your evaluations. I have 4 positive points on your evaluation. First one, I heard you mention objective was achieved. First one. Second one, you use good facial expressions. I saw your facial expressions. It was a good. And also, you mentioned the example for space utilization in the speech. And fourth one, you summarized the evaluation. It was a good evaluation. Always in good evaluation, there should be a summarization. So what are the things I am feeling that should be improved is, I felt it should have included some examples for poses. When you are mentioning what are the poses, we have to include that pose. For example, Toastmaster Mita mentioned that she started journey as teacher. In that occasion, she would have used some poses, for my opinion, as per my opinion. Other one, for new Toastmaster, and also in evaluation, there is a rule of thumb I got to know, 3 to 2. That means 3 positive things and 2 improvements. In 2 improvements, already Toastmaster Smruti mentioned, but in as I heard, I didn't heard 3 positive points because it was not organized in 1, 2, 3 or something. I didn't heard what are the 3 things clearly. I heard positive things, but I couldn't hear 3 positive things in order. So I am recommending that if you can use that order in your speech evaluation next, it could have been better evaluation. And overall, it was a good evaluation. Objectives was achieved and it was mentioned, and good facial expressions and examples are used. And I suggest you to use some examples for your second improvements, as well as rule of thumb 3 to 2 evaluation method. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudharma. Big round of applause for Toastmaster Sudharma for evaluating Toastmaster Smruti. And I have nothing to add. We have, I think, done everything. And Sudharma, great job in bringing out 2 very important points about the structure, where she had to talk about 3 positives that the speaker can take back. Great job there. And Smruti, I think I've already given you the evaluation, which I shouldn't have done in the start. And now I think about it. But great job, both of you. Thank you so much. Now, the last project that we had today was the active listening project from level 3, project 3, that was taken up by Table Topic Master Gihan, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Jyothi. Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal is working in COSPA Intelligence Analytics Company for the past 6 years. By passion, she is a health coach and a nutrition advisor, and helping people in weight management and lifestyle issue reversals is her goal. Over to you, Toastmaster Jyothi, to evaluate Table Topic Master Gihan. Can we have Gihan on the spotlight also, please?
Gihan had some emergency, so he has left the meeting, but he said he will listen to the recording.
Okay, thank you. Over to you, Jyothi.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Gihan, purpose of your project is active listening. Active listening is being fully engaged while another person is talking to you or listening to you. It is listening with the intent to understand rather than listening to respond. And I must say, you did exactly the same. When you started, you spoke about Table Topics Master And that's the responsibility. And that's the first thing to do for the benefit of the guests in the meeting. You waited for the volunteers. When nobody volunteered, you just called out the names without wasting much time. So the topics which you prepared, which you asked to the speakers, that was very relatable with the theme of the meeting. It shows that you have put your efforts before the meeting in preparing the topics. You were actively listening to the speakers. When they finished speaking, you pulled out some lines from their talk, and that shows that you met the purpose of your project. Now, let me tell you, active listening means not only listening, but also acknowledging and understanding, right? So hence, I have some feedback for you. First, topic names were not clear. I noticed that in the first topic and I guess third or fourth topic. So when the topic name is not clear, maybe you could have spelled it. For example, some words sound similar, right? Like air, hair, sign, side. So when speaker is not understanding, maybe you can spell it so that it will be clear for them. Second, you may work on pronunciation. Talk slowly, pronounce it clearly. I also had the same problem, but my mentor told me to the same thing. Honestly, when you practice it, it will help you a lot. Third, for some speakers, you repeated the topic thrice. And for some of the speakers, you repeated the topic twice. I suggest you to keep it in the format of the contest name, like for example, name, title, title, name. Overall, to summarize, nice topics related to the theme of the meeting. You met the purpose of your project, active listening. Just work on your pronunciation so that people can understand the topics clearly. And maybe you can spell the words which sound similar. That's it. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evaluator Jyothi. A big round of applause for Jyothi. Very positively and to the point, you evaluated the table topic master. Perfect, what do you say, evaluation for the TTM active listening project. Just 2 points I would like to add for Gihan is one, or anybody who's taking a table topic master role is, when we select the topics, we can think about, are all my topics positive? In an audience, when you come in with all the positive topics, then the discussion does not seem to be balanced. So if you are bringing in 3 positive topics, also put some time and thought into bringing a negative topic. Everything was about excitement, happiness. What about when you're not excited? How do you get motivated? What about when you're unhappy? What do you do about that? And how do you walk on air even if you're not excited? All these kinds of negative questions can also be brought. So as a table topic master, we should always think about balancing both positive and negative questions. And second is, it's always a good practice, especially in an online session, to put the topic in chat. So as a TTM, anybody who takes up the role, please make sure even before the meeting starts, get the permission so that you can put topics in chat, because that will help solve all the confusion. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyothi. Now I would like to go with the Taggle team report. It's already past the agenda, I know. So very quickly, over to you, Toastmaster Upasana, for your timers report.
So everybody is qualified, and I'll share the report in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Upasana. Very quickly, you have helped me, the general evaluator, to move on with time. Thank you so much. As a timer, today there were some glitches happening. The timing details were given a little bit here and there. So and I know Upasana has taken up this job and done fantastically in the previous meetings. So we don't know what and why this happened today. Maybe it's a technical glitch. Everybody has a, not so great day, but that's fine, Upasana. But take a note that we are prepared next time more for the role, because timer's role is the most important role. I believe it is the most important role. Without the timer, the meeting cannot be conducted. And every speaker and evaluator depends on you. So we trust you completely, blindly, that you're going to do a fantastic job. So let's take the timer's role a little more seriously. That's all for you. Now let's call in our counter for the day. Yes, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, over to you for the counters.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I'm just sharing the our counter report for your reference. Meanwhile, if you go through it, I'll just give you a tip like how you can reduce the filler words or the filler sounds. what you can do is pause. A better habit to reduce filler words is to always pause. Doing so will always allow you to think about what you will say next without filling the space with the words that you don't serve your communication. Pause, then construct what you are going to say internally and then speak out. This is the tip of the day. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. I'm having such a strong and lovely team. You guys are making my life so easy by giving a very short report and helping me to go with the agenda. Thank you so much. Just one request, and I love the tip. Just one request. Please put the R counters report also in the chat so that people can check out their own R's and filler words and work on them. Next, let's call in the grammarian, Toastmaster Awarjana for the grammarian's report. Over to you.
Okay, General Evaluator. So let me share my screen for the grammarian's report. So when it comes to the word of the day was nonchalant, and Toastmaster Pranav, Toastmaster Gihan, and Toastmaster Ranjani used the word of the day luckily. And Toastmaster Pranav, I was so impressed because you were clever enough to insert the word of the day in your prepared speech. So I was so happy. So these are the beautiful, good use of language I saw in today's meeting. So I'm not taking time to read all of those things because it's taking time. So let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Shilpa, Toastmaster Pranav, and Toastmaster Preeti for using these rhetorical devices. And also to Toastmaster Shilpa, Toastmaster Pranav, and ETL Sourav for using beautiful rhetorical phrases. I'm not reading out all of these things just to save the time. And when it comes to the recommendations, there were only few. One person told, I started my journey as a banking. So it should be corrected as I started my journey as a banker. Or I started my journey as a like whatever profession. It should not include ing form. It should be with er form. So again, somebody told, made me a very good happy. It should be made me so happy. And somebody told a excitement person. It should be corrected as an excited person. So these are like very tiny mistakes. So we can, get out from these tiny mistakes and be better speakers. So this is the grammarian's report for today's meeting. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Awarjana, for that very short but detailed report. We could read the report in the slides. I hope everybody read it. And you have done a fantastic job as a grammarian. Last but not the least is listener Karthik. Toastmaster Karthik, over to you. We can ask I think 3 questions or more depending on the timing. You are the person who takes the timing in consideration. Yeah. So please go ahead.
Sure, General Evaluator. I'll quickly go with only 3 questions, keeping time in mind. So name the university in which Toastmaster Mita ranked 4th in her higher education. Name the university in which Toastmaster Mita ranked 4th in her higher education. So I think
Bangalore.
Yeah,
Bangalore University.
Exactly, correct. So was it Smruti? Okay. So Pranav had put on weight during the pandemic. How many kilos he had put on?
90.
Oh, people remember this. Nice. So Shilpi was captain of which game?
Volleyball.
Great. All our good listeners, I hope you keep listening very keenly and be great listeners, because listeners can be great speakers. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik. I just have a question. Are we extending the meeting, or are we to the point on the agenda? Should I cut off the general evaluation directly and over the team?
Please give your feedback and pass it on.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll try to quickly wrap up my general evaluation, and let me first start the general evaluation by evaluating myself. Now people will be like, why are you evaluating yourself? Because while I was doing the general evaluation sessions, I saw that there was a lot of things that I could have improved. So let me start by myself. As a general evaluator, I forgot about the project 4 and 5. So next time, I hope anybody who takes up the general evaluation, even if there is a slight change in the agenda, you have to keep that change in mind and be more crisp and focused on that. I should not have evaluated the first evaluator because first evaluator already had an evaluator for a project that was Toastmasters Sudharma. That was a huge pop-up from my side. I apologize. So I think this is also a lesson for me and anyone who takes up the GE role that you have to be more focused on the projects also, not just the speakers and the evaluators. And I could have asked the timer to show the timing cards before when she was giving the timer's role description. That is something I forgot to do. So these are three things that I feel as a general evaluator I could have done better, and also keeping the time and agenda, though I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll try to figure it out and become better at keeping the general evaluation report within the time. Something that I have to work on. Now quickly going to Shah. Shah, you did a fantastic job. I have absolutely no recommendations. To the point, you were great. Coming to the presiding officer. Presiding officer, DTM Sourav again did a fantastic job. He was both nostalgic, motivating and informational. Just one thing I noted, DTM Sourav, you forgot to introduce the guests or acknowledge the guests, even if we don't have time because of a lot of announcements. I would have personally maybe acknowledged that there are guests in the meeting and would have asked them to give their introduction in the chat so that we get to know who all are coming to the meeting. Toastmaster of the day, walk on air. Two things I loved about your meeting. One is the innovation, the ingenuity of the topic, walking on air. That was amazing. It made me think about the topic even before when it started. Second is the way you brought in, that nice flow from the past when Toastmasters started to the structure. There was a really good flow when you brought in, when you were explaining the structure. When I wrote it down, I was like, that's a great way to structure a theme and talk about the things that need to be spoken. So I loved that. Now, a couple of tips for you as a TMOD. The first thing is, where is the theme going? Very important. You brought in such an exciting theme about walking on air, something that I didn't even think about in my life. But then somewhere down the line, I felt like you lost control over the theme. You could have talked about walking on air in sections, right? What makes you walk on air? How you can be somebody else's air, right? This is also maybe a topic to think about. So your second session could be about that. And 3, what is the takeaway message that you're giving me? Should I always be walking on air? Are there some tips that I can think about that will help me to walk on air and be excited? What is the use of walking on air? What happens if I'm not ready to do that? One of our table topic masters, I think it was table topic speaker Deepesh, she spoke about not being too happy. That's a very good point, right? So as a TMOD, we have to, when you take up a theme or a subject, it's very nice if you can think about 360 degrees about a subject. It also helps us to become better thinkers critically. So that's one suggestion, where the theme is going. What is the core message that you want us to take away? And second is, as a host, you did a fantastic job in bringing the purpose of the project. You again and again reiterated. I loved that point. It brings in the attention of the audience. But somewhere down the line, you forgot to do an audio video check. You forgot to bring in the timer and reiterate that to the speakers that this is the timer and this is the timing. All these small things, make the meeting run much more smoothly and make it more professional. So just think about these small things as a host, bringing in the timer, bringing in the speaker, audio video check, and 5-minute break. When should I come back? This is for not just you, it's for every TMOD. This is all new for us, right? Taking a break in between. So as TMODs, we have to think, when at 9:20 you said let's take a 9:25 you said let's take a 5-minute break. But when should I come back? 9:30, 9:31? Will there be music? Will there be a countdown? So these small things I suppose you have to think about. But otherwise, I really enjoyed your idea, and I'm looking forward to the conclusion that you're going to bring. I think I've given everybody else a feedback. I apologize if as general evaluator I took too much of your time. I'm also learning. This is also a new skill for me, and I hope you guys will give me feedback post the meeting how I can do a better job. Thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Priyanka.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. If you all remember, when I introduced the General Evaluator, I did mention I admire her a lot. I think after seeing a General Evaluation section, you would have also understood why. And let me emphasize also why. She is someone that I've observed. She is so attentive and observative that, it's so nice to see somebody like that.
And it also helps us to realize how important for us to be very, very attentive and observative. And that will help us give us the right feedback to the people. Thank you so much. And let's give our general evaluator a huge round of applause. Now, as I all told you all, when I started about theme of the day, that I did a mistake, or that's something that kept me thinking when I was working towards thinking about the theme. And I would request all of you to remember the story that I told you about myself, and I would request none of you to repeat that mistake where I ignored the precious moments of my life. I didn't pay attention to it. There are different ways that tells us how to be happy, what to be done, but I think we are the best choosers and to do what we have to do when. But at the same time, when we are best choosers, we are also have to be a best realizer. And that is something we forget. We know what is right, what is wrong, but we don't know how to apply it because we fail to realize at the right time. So friends, this is what I only want to share you all. If you all want to walk on air, it's very important that you're always very attentive, realize everything, every action that you do, so that you don't have to be at a point where you just cannot recollect things. Now, before I sign off, I just want you all to just do one thing. Can you all please unmute yourselves and just repeat after me? Can you all quickly unmute yourselves? Okay, great. And just say, I am the best loudly.
I am the best.
I am the best.
A little more loud. I thought I could just give you this walk on air moment, at least the latest moment that you could think of. If you could all just say, I am the best in the most smiling and, very happy way, in a loud way. Because we all had a challenge when we had to recollect that moment. So I just thought I could give you a latest moment. And now signing off as a TMOD, over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Huge round of applause to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priyanka, who made us walk on the air today with her team. I'm literally walking on the air, but just sitting. Okay, so I would like to ask you of our guests, in interest of time, I would like to ask you of our guests to share their experience with the meeting quickly, maybe like 30 seconds. So we have Toastmaster Iqbal. Please, could you please share us your experience about the meeting?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. It was very amazing group what you had, and it was a good applause for you, whatever you have done the setup as well. I'm a newbie. I think this is my second tenure and a VP PR for Talking Titans, which is it's a corporate club from Novo Nordisk. But your group is totally engaged and everybody is giving 100% out of it to make the best of Toastmaster meeting as well. I can see that even in night time, people are really active after they completing the working hours of time. So thank you very much for
Thanks, Toastmaster Iqbal, for sharing that feedback to us. Please keep joining our meetings. We
Sure.
hope to see you in our next meetings. So quickly, can I have some feedback from our guest, Sanya?
Yes, it was an awesome experience. Like, I have been inclined to public speaking, so I always enjoy Toastmasters sessions, the meetings, and coming to here also was a joy. So I really had fun today. All the members were inclined towards it. It was 100% given from everybody's end. On the whole, it was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanya. So Sanya, may I know whether are you a Toastmaster right now or?
No, currently I'm not. No,
okay.
I was. Yeah.
You will. Okay. So hope to see you back as a Toastmaster soon. So thank you for joining our meetings and keep joining our meetings. We would love to see you back. So with this, that was a feedback session, but in interest of time, I have to quickly announce the results. So we didn't have a polling for best prepared speaker because we had an icebreaker speech. So when we have an icebreaker speech or heartbreaker speech, we don't have a polling for best prepared speakers, but we had other pollings, and the best evaluator for today is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Ranjani Rao. Give a big round of applause to her. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ranjani, for accepting the evaluator role in our club and letting us, also giving us a pertinent evaluation, which I learned a lot, and I hope everyone learned a lot from your evaluation. Thank you. So now, next is the best auxiliary role taker goes to our counter. our Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi. Give a big round of applause to her. So just keep in mind not to use more R's because she is there to count. Okay, so now next move on to the best role taker. Guess it's none other than General Evaluator, Toastmaster Joane, for giving us that lovely evaluation, in detail evaluation. Thank you. Okay, so now next is the best table topic speaker. The champion of table topics from Gabbys Toastmasters Club, it's none other than Toastmaster Preeti Jain. Give a big round of applause to her. So that was all about today's meeting. I know it's been extended for 15 minutes, but I guess most of you have learned much from this meeting, and hope to see you back, everybody, on Thursday, that is at 7 p.m. We have a speech marathon. We have 6 speakers and 6 evaluators on November 9, that is this Thursday. Hope to see you all there. Thank you so much for all role takers for taking up this role, even though it was a festival season. It was hard time, but you all took roles and made this a great learning session. Thank you so much, everybody. See you back on Thursday, 7 p.m. Bye. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. I'm ending the meeting. Bye.